Right, after all that bluster, all those advanced screening reviews from influencers, Snow White, the critics' reviews have been revealed, and it is awful. It is awful. 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, pretty bad. With 101 reviews. So it's not exactly like a small amount of reviews. It's 101 reviews. 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. Terrible. So it now makes a lot more sense, hopefully, to you guys, as to why Disney invited very specific influencers to their premiere that wasn't a premiere. Obviously, it was a curated propaganda briefing, I guess. So we're going to take a look at this because this is comical. Hit subscribe if you are indeed new here, or you're a returning viewer that's not yet subscribed. I've got to implore you guys to do that because this channel relies on you for growth, and obviously that's how YouTube likes to quantify a channel as well, annoyingly. Anyway, let's dive into this and leave your thoughts down below as we get through this. But like I said, it does make a lot of sense now, I think, as to why... I mean, it made sense anyway, but Disney with their weird... I didn't even plan that. With their weird influencer invitation. It was very bizarre. Now, these have only just really been released, and we've got the preview screenings tonight in the States. Somewhere, some locations in the UK you can watch it tonight, but basically it's out tomorrow in the UK, and I will be giving you my review of it actually. And yeah, it's gonna be funny. So anyway, like, rambling to one side, let's take a look at these reviews. They're not good. Obviously, they're not good. It's so funny after all of that. After all of that, they still couldn't get a good review. It's also funny that they've only just released them as well, because it just goes to show that the review embargo is literally the day of the previews, which is always a bad sign. Like, there should be no reason. There should be no reason for a review embargo on Snow White until the day it releases. Why? Because there shouldn't really be anything to spoil. It's Snow White. What are you spoiling? Nothing. It's not like Thanos randomly cameoed, is it? Or Doctor Doom is, you know, in a post-credit scene. Like, this is just completely irrelevant. There's no reason to have a review embargo other than the fact it's terrible. And you can just see it here from all of these reviews. What I find funny with this one is this. This says, like, this is a positive review, but it's incredibly negative. How does that work? Disney's Snow White continues the trend of bland Disney remakes. This barely gets a pass for the brisk pacing, the entertainment value of the two leads. The CGI dwarves are the stuff of nightmares. And he gave that a 7 out of 10. Lee McCoy, mate. How much did they pay you? Because, good lord. To say it's bland, and then just be like, oh yeah, these are nightmares as well. But you gave it a 7 out of 10? Okay. Joe Blow. There's nothing particularly controversial here, but it's still a pretty dull redux of a too often filmed tale. Yep. Now, White tries to achieve a lot, but while the leading ladies try to represent strong female characters, the film's creative objectives do not complement each other cohesively, marking another miss among Disney's live-action adaptations. Oof. Director Mark Webb manages a balance between Snow White's new and old elements, but despite Rachel Zegler's impressive vocal abilities, some lively choreography and vibrant set design, the result is ho-hum than hi-ho. I mean, 3 out of 5, yeah, that's mid, isn't it? So it makes sense. It's a shame that there's been so much controversy surrounding Snow White, as Mark Webb's harmless musical is hardly strong or memorable enough to warrant the reaction its detractors have already decided it deserves. It did deserve it. It absolutely did deserve it. There's no reason, objectively, why a Latina should have been cast. There just isn't. I'm sorry. There is no reason. Latinas have their own fairy tales. They should be cast in that. That's perfectly fine. I don't want white people being cast in Latina fairy tales, okay? And I don't want Latinas being cast in white fairy tales. It's really that simple. You have to change the origin of things. It's dumb. It's really, really stupid. And you also put a more focus on leadership rather than the love element. Again, dumb. You shouldn't have changed these things. So yes, it absolutely deserved the detractor. The detractor element that it had. Where the 37 film reinvented what animation could achieve, this remake's haphazard blending of live action, mechanical storytelling, and revolting CGI generates weary discomfort over genuine enchantment. Wow. More bland than brave, this corporate-sanctioned, committee-made children's film does not come close to achieving the classic status afforded its animated predecessor. I don't hate the movie, I was deeply frustrated with it. Nowhere more than with the screenplay. It felt like 3 or 4 movies having what people saw as its best parts slammed together. The little kids won't mind. You know what's funny though? That's true. That is what's happened. It was reshot a few times. So, yeah, that is probably what happened, actually. It did have 3 or 4 movies cut together into one. Yeah, that is probably what happened. It's not exactly a hot take or a new take to suggest that early buzz surrounding a movie may be based on something other than neutral aesthetic and artistic judgments. Great, good. In fact, I learned a lot from that, thanks. The Latino Slant. This is a friend of the channel, Paulie, and his wife, I think. Snow White is a magical, enchanting, and vibrant live-action Disney adaptation anchored by Zegler's star-powered performance. This story conveys a much-needed message. Kindness is a lost virtue that the world desperately needs. I agree with that as a message. Probably shouldn't be delivered by someone insufferable who wishes harm on people, though. Simply because she disagrees with them politically. We can all agree on that, surely. Rachel Zegler shines. God damn it. Rachel Zegler shines as Snow White. The first act started off strong, but the rest of the movie felt choppy and patched together. Godot's evil queen did not work for me, though she looked fantastic. She looked good. Terrible, though. Like, what is this? I'll read a few more. I mean, you can just see it's just been ripped apart. What could have been a magical reimagining is instead a middling film. Brilliant. Lacked character depth. Yeah, great. Or even though Zegler's good, the rest of this remake performances are mediocre or terrible. Brilliant. No magical spells can erase this cash grab film's unconvincing visual effects and other missteps. Wow. Wow. I had high hopes that Snow White would make me happy. Instead, this dopey remake made me sleepy and grumpy. Puns. Love a pun. So as you can see, it bombed. And it will bomb. It will continue to bomb. This weekend it will do terribly. It will make basically no money. They've spent somewhere in the region of bare minimum $300 million on this. It should have been a $50 million film at most. Should have been all live action rather than CGI. What a incredibly dumb thing. This entire production was doomed from the start because Disney chose agenda over a retelling. So dumb. So dumb. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Drop it down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.